Jonty Gorley, it was 23-22 reverse to the Raiders back in August on that Monday night in the Championship. Jay Carter knocks a goal, well, drop goal over 40 metres on this fantastic Friday, as it may be, to make it 23-22. These derbies very rarely disappoint, don't they?
Yeah, I didn't realise it was the same score, John, to be honest. No, they don't, mate. We've said all week, haven't we, that it's going to be a typical rough derby. That's going to be close, 80-minute job. They never finish with 20 minutes left, these games. They always go right to the death, as the last two or three previously have. So, luckily this time for us, we got over the line, eh?
It's a game, a war of attrition. We've just been speaking off there. You said out of 35, 36 sets, so your side only incompleted in 3. The completion rate was really high. The pitch was probably a lot firmer than what most would expect it to be, and I think it helped your side out there. You played some good rugby out there at times.
Yeah, the pitch held it well. It is a bit claggy in areas, but it didn't cut up on nothing, and I was really pleased. We were good last week with the ball regarding getting through our sets. And we were even though we were down by 10 points, our completion was really high. It was just the penalties letting Barrow back into our goal line. So, 33 out of 36, I'm happy with that every week, mate. You're getting over the line most times if you go on that completion rate.
And you know what to expect against a Paul Crary coached Barrow side. The offload offload game was out there in force again today. You know what they've got. They've got big middles. And then they've got strike players on the edges. And your side had to dealt with that. I think a lot more in the second half. Obviously, there was a couple of tries that they got in the first half, but obviously there was only that Ryan Short effort in the second half that got them the 10-point gap. But following that 35 minutes, you don't concede a try.
Yeah, it was same again. We looked comfortable, and obviously Mazo. It was Will last week. It was Mazo this week jumped out the line when there was no need for the Barrow try in the second half. So if Mazo doesn't do that, we don't concede a try in that second half. So. They are big middles, and they do promote the ball quite a lot, especially Stacky and Ramon Silva. I thought that was a half-time team talk. Cut our penalties out and stop the offloads, and we'll be sweet indeed. And I thought we'd done that a lot better in the second half, and we were. And our day was really good. We worked hard. I thought we were out on our feet last 5 or 6 minutes. I thought they had a period previously that they looked done. And then they got a bit of a second life, and we looked done towards the end. And we were hanging on, and fair play, we hang on enough, eh?
You mentioned there looked obviously sort of done. They had sort of 2 or 3 opportunities in that final sort of 7 or 8 minutes following Jake dropping the goal to try and get back in front, whether it was to go for a drop goal or whether it was going for a try. But your side stood up in defence and was able to man up and secure the victory.
Yeah, it was like that's probably quite in a few games I've seen Barry make that many errors. I think they were maybe playing a catch up maybe a bit too early. They had us on an edge for numbers a couple of times, and the pass was going to floor, it went into touch. So, but our defenders were getting there anyway, but they had a stretch, you know what I mean? So fair play for our lads digging in. And there was obviously it was half time before in the first half. I thought Ross Ainley, there was a spell on our goal line, maybe 30 minutes in, no, 25 minutes in, just before we spelled him. His inside pressure turned the ball back underneath, and Ross was there right on goal line to save a tackle, and he'd done the same a minute later, and he was out on his feet. He was ghosted. He'd done 25, 26 minutes, and he just pulled off 2 tries saving tackles, and that epitomises the effort and the characters that these lads have got. And if we carry on doing that type of effort area, we'll be all right.
You mentioned obviously sort of being there for the fellow teammate, because obviously bodies are tight, small on numbers at the minute. You've fetched in Nathan Connell and George Hill obviously this week to try and boost your squad. I think Nathan went well out the back. There was a couple of little error or two as he was picking it up, but under the high ball he didn't look a danger, and you know what you're getting from George Hill, and he showed that once again.
Yeah, the first ball Nathan took was on his own goal line, hands high above his head, clean take, and I thought we've got a good neighbour. The next one he takes along the bottom, he knocks on, they get a try off the back of it, and so but after that it was fine. He was safe enough. Our D was good enough for them not to sort of break through, for him to make a. So I don't know what he's going to be like if he needs to make that 1-on-1. But there was one, I think it was Ramon Silva sort of got through, and he got to him, pulled him down a bit. So, and George is George, mate. I've just said to him when he come off there, he must have went on and done. He didn't go on to like 43, 44 minutes, and he must have done 20 carries. You know, and that's what we get with George, where we're missing Dion. George will give us that bit of impetus through the middle with his carries. Even though he can play 9, he really is a 9. He does a real good job from 8-13.
You mentioned obviously doing a job for year 13. Everyone's needing to do jobs they probably wouldn't normally do at the minute because, like you say, you are sort of struggling on numbers.
Yeah, obviously, I had Lockie Hannigan on the bench as well. So when Newton come off in the second half, we put Jamie Don to 9, Hannigan on, and then when King come off later on, Jake Carter went to 13, and Jamie went back into like half with Lockie. So as long as these lads keep turning up whatever job I ask them to do, I'll be happy with that, mate, because they've done it for 2 weeks on the belt now, and it's got us 2 wins. So if we keep with them effort areas, like I said, and lads just doing their job, whichever position, then I can't ask for any more.
Been a lot made of obviously us having 4 home games. It's obviously, you know, you've spoke about it. It's been spoke about elsewhere. All you've said is that we need to pick up the points in these 4 home games. We're midway through them now. You're 2 from 2 at home. You can't ask for much more.
You can't. Yeah, I don't do the fixtures there. You know what I mean? We can just play what the RFL give us, and if they give us 10 home games, there's nothing I can do about it. So they've given us 4 home games right off to start off with. Why they've done that, I don't know. To me, it should be home and away, but it isn't. So we can only play what's in front of us, and we can only play where we're taught to play at. So we've had 2 home games, we've got 2 wins, we've got another 2 home game coming against 2 really good sides. Sheffield got a win today, Batley's playing later on. So they're going to be 2 hard tasks. I think it's going to be incrementally tougher as the weeks go on, these first 4 games. So, and that'll be Sheffield next week on here.
Jonty, it's not only been a good Friday, it's been a fantastic Friday. Go and enjoy it.
Thank you.